The Philippines is likely to miss its target of 8,000 coronavirus tests per day by the end of April. Health Department Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeres says as of Tuesday, April 28, the country's testing capacity for the virus averages at around 4,900 per day. Vergeres cites the scaling down of operations at the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine, or RITM, as one of the reasons. 43 RITM employees contracted COVID-19, and the institute announced it only does 2,700 tests from the previous testing capacity of 4,000. Vergeres says Tuesday, April 28, the RITM is gradually getting back to its original testing capacity. In early April, the government coronavirus task force set an even higher target of 20,000 daily tests by April 27. As of Wednesday, April 29, there are 8,212 COVID-19 cases in the country, with 558 deaths and 1,023 recoveries. Mayors of Legazpi City and Tabaco City in Albay opposed the decision of the government's coronavirus task force to lift the enhanced community quarantine, or ECQ, in the province. Legazpi City Mayor Noel Rosal says the situation in the province remains volatile given the increasing number of coronavirus cases among residents. Tabaco City Mayor Crisel Lagman Luistro says their city council will convene to discuss the continued imposition of ECQ in the city. Albay Representative Joey Salceda earlier expressed apprehensions about lifting ECQ in many provinces beginning May 1. He says a second wave of coronavirus infections is possible due to poor contact tracing and testing in the country. In Cebu City, there are now 549 COVID-19 cases. 212 of these patients are in the city jail. The Regional Health Department says the increasing numbers are largely due to large-scale testing and increased testing capacity of the Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center. In Davao City, Mayor Sara Duterte says around 500 residents who are stranded in other parts of the country will not yet be allowed to return to the city to prevent coronavirus infections. The enhanced community quarantine in the city is also extended until May 15. May Dayan Azores of the University of Santo Tomas Legazpi tops the 2019 bar exams. The Supreme Court releases the results Wednesday, April 29, and the passing rate is 27.36%. 2,103 examinees passed out of the total 7,685 takers.
The court and bank had decided to lower the passing rate from 75% to 74% in light of, among other considerations, the discerned need for more younger and technologically adept lawyers to help different fronts of society as we meet the peculiar challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic and transition to the new normal.
It's a different experience this year for bar examinees as the coronavirus pandemic forces the hopefuls to wait for the results at home. Past years saw hopefuls waiting at the Supreme Court building for the results. That tradition went on pause this year. The High Court also announces Wednesday the 2020 bar examinations will be postponed this year. Bar chairperson for 2020, Associate Justice Marvic Leonen, says the new date will be announced in June when the current adjustments to the present pandemic become clearer. The bar examinations are held in November every year. The United States on Tuesday, April 28, records its 1 millionth coronavirus case. The country also records at least 58,000 deaths, a larger number than the fatalities in the Vietnam War. In France, authorities say shops, markets, and some schools can reopen next month, with face masks required on public transport and work-from-home orders staying in place for several more weeks. Spain, meantime, says restrictions will be slowly lifted over the next 2 months, while Italians will be able to exercise outdoors and visit relatives starting next week, but they should wear masks and refrain from hugs and handshakes. In Russia, President Vladimir Putin warns the peak of coronavirus infections still lay ahead, saying the situation remains very difficult. But he also says lockdown measures could be eased from next month. COVID-19 has killed at least 214,000 people as of Tuesday, April 28. There are at least 3 million cases in 193 countries and territories. The U.S. Department of Defense officially releases 3 videos taken by Navy pilots showing mid-air encounters with what appear to be UFOs.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
The Pentagon says it is releasing the videos in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that has been circulating was real or whether or not there is more to the videos. The videos had previously been released by the New York Times. In December 2017, the Pentagon acknowledged funding a secret multi-million-dollar program to investigate sightings of UFOs, although it said it had ended in 2012. Former One Direction member Zayn Malik and girlfriend supermodel Gigi Hadid are expecting their first child. Several entertainment reports say Gigi is only a few months along into the pregnancy and kept the secret close to her family and friends. Zayn and Gigi were first seen together in November 2015. They are reportedly on and off until finally reuniting in late 2019.